welcome or welcome back to Ayesha Budgets. My name is Ayesha. I am a 31, how old am I? 31, soon to be 32-year-old cash budgeter. And I have some financial goals that I am trying to achieve and, just overall improve myself in general. And I wanted to make a video before I jump back into cash stuffing, cash envelopes, and debt updates, so you guys kind of have an understanding of where I've been and what to expect. So just to get things started, I am located in the Bay Area in California. Just to give a little bit of context in terms of like my work, I work in nonprofit, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But if you watched any of my last videos, then you know that I typically do cash envelope stuffing. And I did do like a debt confession video as well. And I took a break at the end of September, because if you were keeping up with that, my best friend got married, and so I was her maid of honor. And honestly, if I can just be completely honest, my budget went to hell. It was pretty much not non-existent, but I was using my credit card for a lot of stuff, found myself having to take from my envelopes to pay myself back, and I just didn't feel comfortable continuing to do cash envelope stuffing when I knew that I was like kind of stressed out about money. So I wanted to come back in 2023 doing a little bit more like in-depth videos. I'm still going to do cash envelope stuffings. And I'm also going to be doing monthly goals and monthly resets and reflections of the things that I have been kind of whatever's going on for me that month. So I wanted to kind of start off this video just kind of letting you guys know where I've been and why I took a break. Like I said, I was a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit stressed with cash stuffing, and it just like wasn't working out, and the holidays were coming up. So I still continue to stuff for some things, but yeah, in general, like my envelopes were just like a hot mess. And I have some little notes here that I'm doing this to keep up. So I also want to give you guys a little bit of life update. The first part of my life update is that I am going to be starting a new job in January. So that's really awesome, super exciting. I was working as a program coordinator in nonprofit, as a program coordinator in nonprofit, my previous role, and enjoyed it, but definitely needed to make more money, wanted something that was a little bit more, gave me more responsibility, and also I wanted something that I didn't have to commute as much, because my previous job, I had to commute kind of all over the Bay Area. And if you're from California and if you're from the Bay Area, I was going from Santa Rosa some days to Walnut Creek, other days to, Richmond. So I was just all over the place. So I am going to be starting a new position in January. Really excited about that. It's based out of San Francisco. I do have to go into the office once a week, which is not bad at all compared to as much commuting as I was doing towards the end of the year. So that's that. That's super exciting, and I'm very excited about it. I feel good about the company I'm going to, and obviously I'm not going to share the name of the company, but yeah. So when I do my cash stuffings and my budgets, you guys will see an adjustment in terms of like my paychecks and my income based on my new position. All right. Also, next update is that I've been in grad school. I finished up my first quarter in grad school, which went really well. I think I got all A's and 1 B, which was really, really awesome. And just kind of getting in the groove of things. We're on like a little 3-week break right now for the holidays. So I am going to use this time to catch up on reading, make sure I'm on top of my assignments, so that way I can go into my projects and my classes just ready to participate, ready to contribute, and ready to explore the content, because it's all so interesting. And this semester, or this quarter, I've always been on semester system, so forgive me if I say semester, but this quarter I'm taking biostatistics. I'm also taking health policy, and I'm taking an organizational behavior class. So they've been really, really interesting so far. The teachers are really great. So I will keep you guys posted on that once this quarter is over. I think it ends in March. So we will touch base on that again. And then lastly, I have some kind of like looming, pending, like medical things going on. So you guys are also going to be hearing updates on my health and wellness goals, because one of my goals for 2023, and I'll talk about this more in depth in a minute, is just trying to take charge of my health and trying to be more intentional with my health and not just doing things because it's like a fad diet or because, you know, I just want to lose weight or whatever the case may be. I've been plus size my entire life, so I really don't have too much of an issue with my body image, but it's more important for me to just be as healthy as possible and to live as long as possible. So we will talk about that soon. All right, so now we are going to get into our January goals. I wrote them down on my planner. So I have a Google Calendar that I keep like, you know, events and stuff in that, so I can have it on the go, and that's on my phone. But then I also like having like pen and paper planner. And this is the Erin Condren. I think it's quarterly. I think it's called the like, I forget which planner it is, but it basically comes in 2 parts. So yeah, so I got the one, this is the January through June, and then the other half of the year is in another planner that looks really similar to this. And then I also have these little stickers from Worry Paper Company for Blue Sky. I got these from Target. And they're just super cute. They're like cute little stickers. I've already used some of them, and I'm going to be using these to fill out my weekly planners. And just to kind of give you a little bit of an overview, I have my months filled out already. And I'm just basically doing that stuff color coded and using the stickers for things like that. And then the planner itself is actually a daily planner with a to-do list and like a little schedule with the time blocks, because I'm going to try time blocking and seeing how I like that. So let's go ahead and start going over my goals for the month of January 2023. So for my YouTube goals, my first YouTube goal is going to be to hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. The last time I checked, I was at 170, which is pretty good, but I definitely want to grow my channel a lot more. So the way that I can do that, which is my second goal, is being consistent and uploading more videos. So that's my plan, is to just upload more content, interact with you guys a lot more, and be consistent with my videos that I have planned for the year. So my next goal, my financial goals, are just stuff my envelopes consistently. That is my main goal. And I'm going to actually film a cash stuffing after this. But I do want to share with you guys a little bit of what I did, because I'm going to go over this in the video, but I'm down to 1 binder. Everything was just really, really overwhelming for me, having 3 different binders. Like, I don't know how people do it with so many, but I ended up taking some of the ones that had higher balances and making them digital and using Capital One 360 performance savings, and then the rest of them I actually just kept in this binder. And I'll go over the categories in the video for the cash stuffing. So if you're interested what categories stayed and are being prioritized, then go ahead and watch that next video. Personal goals. I'm starting small because I don't want to overwhelm myself with too much. But my personal goal is to read 1 book this month. That's not related to school, because obviously I have to do a lot of reading for school. And I just want to do something that enriches my mind, that is like better for me than like, because usually I spend a lot of my downtime scrolling on TikTok, or my mind is racing, so I have to make a lot of to-do lists and things like that. So I really want to read one book this January. I also have this really cool planner that is like a to-do list. It's like a daily to-do list. So I can just get up in the morning and I can brain dump everything that I have to do on that planner as soon as I wake up, because I have a little bit of anxiety. So sometimes when I have a lot of stuff to do, everything is just spinning around in my mind and I don't actually ever do anything because I just keep thinking about how much I have to do. So my new strategy is to write down everything at the beginning of the day when I wake up that I have to do for the day, and then go into my Erin Condren planner and time block things. I'm keeping big appointments like hair, nails, doctor's appointments, time that I'm spending with family and friends on my Google Calendar, and also on this calendar too. But this is really for me to plan out my days, and then at the end of the day I can journal on, and reflect on what went well and, how the day was. But yeah, so that's what I really want to do, is read one book for the month of January, because I buy a lot of books because I want to read them, but then I don't get to it. So that is my plan, is to read one book a month in general for the year, but for January, we're starting with one. For my school goals, I'm going to try and make sure that I am, for the month of January, doing all of my pre-work before my classes. I found myself last quarter kind of scrambling a little bit and doing things kind of last minute, haphazardly a little bit. And I don't want that kind of stress on myself. So I'm really going to put in an effort to do a lot of my pre-work before class and to come to class prepared with questions about the content. Something that I was struggling with last quarter was finding my voice in class and speaking up and voicing my opinions. And I really want to work on being able to do that better. And one advice that I got from my advisor was to write down my questions ahead of time before I come to class. So I'm going to try and implement that this quarter. And I also put down that I want to be more vocal and speak at least once in every class. I'm a little bit of an introvert. I'm also a little like I said, I'm kind of anxious. So I don't like being wrong, and I don't like getting answers wrong and kind of looking dumb in front of people. So I really want to challenge myself to try and speak up at least once every class session. So whether that's like piggybacking off something someone else said, or sharing my own personal ideas, or answering a question, I want to challenge myself to do that. For work, as I mentioned earlier, I am going to be starting a new job. So my goals for work are kind of like base level right now, because I'm not 100% sure of what the workflow is going to look like and everything that I'm going to be doing. But I really want to challenge myself to just be a sponge, soak up as much information as possible, and ask a lot of questions, especially in the beginning, because that was one regret that I had from my previous position, my previous company, is that I didn't ask enough questions. I was so eager to like jump in and get things started that I didn't get enough knowledge ahead of time to really set myself up for success. And I'm really excited about this new job. So I want to put myself in a good position to be able to do the best that I can. All right. And the last category is health and wellness goals. So I am planning, well, I've already kind of started a little bit, trying to start the anti-inflammatory diet. And I can make a separate video about the anti-inflammatory diet if you guys are interested in that, especially since we're going into the new year. I know people are always consistently trying to try new diets, but I try not to think of dieting in the sense of like one isolated incident. Like everything you eat is your diet. Like if you eat Ho-Hos and Twinkies every day, that's part of your diet, right? So I'm really just trying to eat less inflammatory foods, because that kind of ties into my medical diagnosis that it's kind of pending. It's basically, I had a meeting with a neurologist and they think that I might have a condition, and I have to go back in for more testing to figure out if I have that condition. And I already have type 2 diabetes. So I am trying to be more active, move more, and also eat a more anti-inflammatory diet. And as you get older, it's just good in general, because we have so much processed food in the United States that our bodies are constantly in a position of inflammation because there's so much salt, there's so much sugar, there's so many preservatives and just extra stuff in the food that it's actually just good, even if you don't have a lot of health issues, to follow an anti-inflammatory diet. It's basically like the Mediterranean diet. Another variation of that type of diet is keto, kind of, if you take out like the bacon and the butter and stuff. Also, paleo is like a version of an anti-inflammatory diet. Veganism is as well. So I'm really trying to stick to an anti-inflammatory diet. I bought 2 cookbooks that showcase anti-inflammatory recipes, and I'm trying to pick the ones that sound good to me and purchase groceries for those things and make those things. I want to increase my gym cadence to 2 times a week right now, or at least the end of last year, the end of this year. I was going to the gym once a week, which was really good, but I want to at least, if I can go more than 2 times a week, great. But if not, I want to at least shoot for 2 times a week. And that's going to start next week because I'm off work next week and I'm off school next week, and I just want to create a routine for myself and get in the habit of getting up, going to the gym, coming back, reading, eating breakfast, working on schoolwork, and then, get on with my day. So that's the plan. I want to be consistent with taking my medications. The medications I'm currently taking for my diabetes, and then whatever medications I have to take in the future for this new chronic situation. That is basically it. Those are my goals for January, and that is my little update. So I hope you guys found this interesting. If you wanted to get to know a little bit more about me, I might film like an about me, and I am going to be doing a mixture now of videos that will be me cash stuffing, where you'll just be seeing my hands, and also videos where I will be talking to you guys about different things. Like I said, updating on my monthly goals, my monthly resets, and monthly reflections. And you'll see my face. So I'm going to post this video on January 1st. I'm going to schedule it to go up that day. I also think one last thing is that my new schedule for uploads is going to be every Sunday and Wednesday, I think. I might change it. We'll see. But I'll do my cash stuffings, and then I'll also like throw in an extra video too. So that's the plan for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are celebrating the holidays or whatever you're celebrating, I hope you had a good holiday. Even if you don't celebrate, I hope you took some time to just relax and decompress a little bit and enjoy yourself. And then I'm wishing you all a very happy new year, and I will see you on the other side.